Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, can you ever trust a girlfriend again who became infatuated with another man? Well, this is an email update to the video newsletter I published in the past week called I Caught My Girlfriend Lying About a Guy from Work That She Likes. That was a really good email and a good video newsletter. You guys seem to like it, but we're about 2 weeks from those moments, and just to kind of give you a brief synopsis. So this guy, he's been with his girlfriend I think 3 years. They were together for a year, then they both moved to another country, and he admittedly stopped dating and courting her and got lazy, got complacent, and to repay him for the fact that he was no longer dating and courting his girlfriend that he lived with, she started inviting attention from a male coworker to the point where she got totally infatuated with this guy and was reaching out to one of her girlfriends, gushing about her feelings and how can she turn these off because she feels like she's in middle school all over again. And on top of that, she lied to him multiple times when he confronted her about this. He was actually watching his video cameras, which also have audio, and this coworker FaceTimes her when she's at his house that they live together at. And she's FaceTiming him, and then he's like, afterwards, he's like, hey, who are you talking to? Oh, I was talking to one of my girlfriends and her boyfriend. And he was like, really? Because he saw her on video and he heard the conversation. So he already knows she's lying. And so he presses her on it, and then she tries to fake the call log. He's like, let me see your phone. And he looks at the phone and he can tell she was lying. He knows she was lying because he heard the whole thing on camera. And then finally she comes clean and admits it. But only once he knew and presented to her that the evidence that she was lying to his face. And so she did that on a couple of occasions, just, oh no, there's nothing going on. Oh no. And then he confronts her with the evidence because he's already seen her phone, and then she admits the lie. So we're dealing with severe character issues here, and the fact that, granted, he stopped dating and courting her, and that's on him, but instead of working on the relationship and trying to make things better, her solution is to go get infatuated with one of her coworkers and in other words, she gave this guy the green light to try to seduce her, basically, so she can have an affair and cheat on her boyfriend, or potentially so she can monkey branch from her boyfriend that she lives with to this guy from work. And so we have the update here of everything that's happened since he sat down and confronted her with it. And so the question, because he's like, he still doesn't trust her now, and she's saying all the right things, and she's done some of the things that she claimed she was going to do, and he's like, I don't trust anything she says, because she literally looked him right in the eye and lied to his face. Totally lied to his face, and he knew what the truth was. And she lied anyways. Love cannot exist where there is no trust. And the number one most important thing to man in a relationship is loyalty. And she basically communicated through her actions that she's not loyal. And on top of that, she's a liar and was willing to lie to his face about some other guy from work so she could keep it going with the other guy. That's why she didn't tell the truth and wasn't willing to come clean. And it's like, women are not light switches. She didn't just flip a switch and her feelings get turned off for this guy in 2 weeks. She's definitely, obviously, afraid of losing her boyfriend at this point, which is understandable, but everything she says, it's like as Ronald Reagan said, trust but verify. And that's what he's doing. But now he's sleeping with one eye open. He already knows that she's willing to lie to his face, so it's like, that's pretty hard to come back from. So he says, hey, Corey, thank you for reviewing my email in the video. I caught my girlfriend lying about a guy from work she likes. To follow up, it has been almost a month since the 2 instances when I caught her lying. She has deleted the guy from Snapchat and her phone on everything, and I have verified this when I look through her phone when she sleeps. Ever since this happened, I have not trusted her, and you shouldn't. Good on you for that. And have verified everything. Yes, trust but verify. Trust but verify. You have to. She seems to be being faithful, but I agree with you. It is only a matter of time before she does something like this again. Yeah, if you slack off and you stop dating and courting her again in a few months, this will happen again. Because she's already shown you what happens when she's not happy. She just goes and gives another guy the green light to try to fuck her, basically. That's what she was doing. She was telling him it was okay to try to seduce her. She shared she had a boyfriend, full disclosure to this guy, and he was undeterred. And the fact that she's taking FaceTime calls when she's at her boyfriend's house, and then he sees her and hears her on the cameras at the house, and then he confronts her about it, and she lies to his face. Oh, no, it was one of my girlfriends and her boyfriend. And then he gets her phone, and then she admits the lies. Like, that's almost impossible to come back from, because she's used to doing that. She's used to lying like that when she gets confronted with uncomfortable truths. That's what she learned from her family. Is this woman going to become a saint overnight? Is she all of a sudden going to become an honest woman and this will never happen again? I doubt it. I don't have any faith in her. She recently texted me this today after she read some of my notes that I wrote about the situation on my phone. I had written down my thoughts about how if she's not loyal, I'm going to kick her to the curb. Good. She only had a few glimpses and she was noticeably shook. Good. Before I left for work, we talked and I told her they were a few weeks old from when the situation just happened. Yeah, you shouldn't have to justify anything. If she's upset, you're like, hey, this is on you. You're the one that cheated. And what you did was cheating. It wasn't just an emotional affair. You were giving some other guy the green light to try to fuck you. And you were okay with receiving FaceTime calls for this dude when you're in our house together. That's not okay. Those are not the actions of a woman that's trustworthy or loyal. One of those damn fruit flies flying around in there again. We got traps, caught a bunch of them, but some of them just don't go into the trap. And they're annoying as hell. She only had a few glimpses, and she was noticeably shook. And before I left for work, we talked, and I told her they were a few weeks old from when the situation just happened. Again, you shouldn't be trying to soothe that or go, it's not a big deal. It's like she screwed up, and she's the one that's got to earn your trust back. But if she slips up again, it's obvious that she's just has no self-control and is not a good person. And at some point, when you slack off, she's going to fuck another guy behind your back, if she hasn't already. We just don't know. We don't know. This is part of the vetting process. And here's what she sent him. It's okay, baby. I feel a lot better now just from asking if it was recent or not. I just don't want you not loving me anymore or feeling any type of way. I love you so much and love us so much, so I don't want you not loving me because you were all I ever wanted and needed. Don't worry about me, love. I can't wait to hear your voice again. Boy, she laid it on thick there. Do you guys believe her? She may want to believe that herself, but we know what she did. And we know when confronted with the truth, if she thinks she can lie her way out of it, she's going to try. But when she sees the evidence, then she came clean. And the only reason she came clean is you showed her the evidence that you knew she was lying. That's not good. As Quintus Curtis was saying, she might be a bum bitch. It looks like she's a bum bitch. And if you look at the comments from the last one, everybody's like, yeah, kick her to the curb. I mean, it's got three years in. We're just trying to see if she slips up one more time. Because if she slips up one more time after you confront her about it, then yeah, you can't fix it. There's no hope for her. She's just not somebody that's going to be loyal and faithful. When she's not happy, she's too selfish and narcissistic to work on her relationship. She'll just go invite attention from other men. Throughout our relationship, she's told me everything and always been honest up until this situation we had. Well, that's as far as you know. You don't really know what you don't know. Everything is suspect. You had 3 years with this girl. You think these are the only lies she's ever told you over 3 years? I would say that these are the only lies that you caught her in. It's really hard knowing that I can't change or give her integrity. We had sex about 2 times a week, and the sex was always amazing. I make her orgasm over and over again, And she always raves about it after, saying she can't believe we had sex and is all giddy. Our relationship has always been a ton of love, and it was shocking to me that she could love me like this while being interested in another guy. Well, you believe the bullshit that she was telling you. And at the end of the day, as I said in my book, you could be the best dude in the world, the most honest guy, the best dater, the best quarterback. Again, he slacked off in the courtship. But if you're with a ratchet chick, when she's not happy, she's going to behave exactly the way your girlfriend behaved. Whereas she gave another guy a green light to try to seduce her and rip her off. And basically, potentially, monkey branch from you to the office coworker. Because remember, the other lie, she said, oh, it's just one of our customers. But it turns out somebody she actually works with. He says, I'm just hoping that she realizes that she will lose everything if she lies to me again or is unfaithful in any way. Yeah, well, like I said, I don't have any confidence in her at all. But it's your life. You do what you want. So I'm just focusing on what I can control and what I can do to make our relationship last. I think she's in a state now where she's scared of losing me. Well, character is destiny. And if she's a liar and a cheater, and she'll just, again, when she's not happy, she'll do it again, and you'll catch her. And then you're going to have the balls to kick her to the curb for good. She was shook when I told her I was going to leave if she wasn't honest when she was trying to lie her way out of this situation. How do I keep the magic alive when you live with someone? Read the book again. Obviously, you need to go back. You got to apply what's in there, dude. You got to be the best boyfriend that you can be. I'm having trouble thinking of date ideas. Well, use Google Maps. Google is your friend. Fun things to do in my city. I mean, be creative. Use your brain, dude. I'm having trouble thinking of date ideas that are more than just going out to eat. How do I make our date night special? Go do something fun that you guys both enjoy doing. Do something different. Go on a hike. Go rock climbing. Go on a trip together. Go to a museum together. Go to an art fair. Go do something that you go to a trade show or some kind of function that is involving the things that you guys both have interest in. Or what are some fun things a guy who's 28 and a 23-year-old girl can do? Again, what do you guys like doing for fun? What does she like doing for fun? Figure it out, man. It's like Google Maps is your friend. It's like, that's on you, man. You gotta be creative. Again, it depends on what you guys like to do. If you're into boating, go boating. If you're into golfing, go golfing. If you're both into rock climbing, go rock climbing together. If you guys like mountain biking, go do some mountain biking. If you're into camping in the outdoors, we'll go camp together. If you like going on picnics, well, hey, boo-boo, get some Bud Lights in a picnic basket. I don't know about Bud Lights anymore. They seem to have a problem. I think they wrecked about 30% of their business, but it's funny, though. If you ever guys have seen Yogi Bear, the old cartoon, hey, boo-boo, let's get some Bud Lights in a picnic basket. But figure it out, dude. But like I said, I just don't see this girl changing at all. I think she'll be on her best behavior as long as she worries about losing you. But as soon as she feels comfortable, and the next time you slip up in the courtship, she'll just do it again, probably with this same guy. Something to think about, but trust but verify. So if you got a question or a challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com. Click the products tab at the top of your screen and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.